Good morning children. Welcome back to online class today. Children, have you all completed the previous portion? I hope you all completed the previous portion. Okay. In the previous class, we all learned about wildlife and its conservation, then organization involved in conservation of wildlife, soil erosion, agents of soil erosion and management of soil erosion. Isn't it, mom? Did you remember what is wildlife? All non-domesticated and all non-cultivated biota found in the environment. Isn't it, mom? What is the foremost and important aim of wildlife conservation? To preserve plants and animals from extinction. Isn't it? Then we all learned about organizations involved in wildlife conservation. Isn't it, mom? Then soil erosion. What do you mean by soil erosion? The removal of topsoil. What are the agents of soil erosion? High velocity of wind, flowing water, and human activities such as deforestation, farming, mining, etc. Isn't it, mom? Then we all learned about how to manage soil erosion or management of soil erosion, isn't it? Today we are going to learn about the energy resources found in nature. Okay, thus energy resources found in nature can be broadly categorized into two. They are renewable and non-renewable. Okay, energy sources found in nature can be categorized into two. What are they? One is renewable resources, and another one is non-renewable resources. Non-renewable resources. These two are the energy resources found in nature. So the renewable resource. The renewable resources it has an endless supply. Okay, there is no end. So endless supply such as solar energy, wind energy, geothermal pressure, water energy, wave energy, etc. These are renewable resources. These resources are available unlimited amount in nature. Okay, so a renewable resource is one that can be used repeatedly and does not run out because a renewable resource has an endless supply. Okay, these resources are inexpensive and can be harvested continuously. Then next is non-renewable resource. This non-renewable resources found in nature is limited amount. Okay, if we day by day everyday population is going on increasing, if we use this non-renewable resources in rapid rate, it may go for depletion, isn't it, ma'am? And it cannot be recovered once it is used. Okay, these non-renewable resources cannot be recovered once it is used. As the human population continues to grow, the demand for renewable resources increases. So non-renewable resources is also known as exhaustible resources. Okay, exhaustible resources. These resources, the energy obtained from resources cannot renew themselves over a short period of time. Okay, they are available limited amount in nature. They include coal, for example, coal, petroleum and natural gas. These are non-renewable resources found limited amount in nature. Okay, so what are the non-renewable resources? Coal, petroleum, natural gas. Okay, and the nuclear power also. These conventional energy sources accounts for 90% of world's production. Then 10% is for nuclear power. Okay, nuclear power accounts for 10%. Next about fossil fuels. Fossil fuels, for example, coal, petroleum and natural gas. Fossil fuels, example, coal, petroleum, natural gas. Okay, this coal, these are fossil fuels are found in earth crust. Children, you must know where it is found. Then what about its uses? Okay, so this fossil, how it is formed. Fossil fuels are found inside the earth crust. These are energy-rich substances formed by natural process. How it is formed by natural process such as anaerobic decomposition of. How it is formed by anaerobic decomposition of dead remains of plants and animals. Okay, so fossil fuels, example coal, petroleum, how it, where it is found inside the earth crust. How it is formed by these energy rich substances are formed by the natural process such as anaerobic decomposition of buried dead decaying organisms over millions of years. It's the formation will take more millions of years. Okay, so the accumulate when these dead remains of plants and animals form a sediment below the earth crust and it produces heat and pressure. The dead remains of organisms are transformed into hydrocarbons. Okay, so example coal, petroleum, natural gas. These are the fossil fuels. Then coal and petroleum. These are called natural resources. These coal and petroleum are formed by the anaerobic degradation or decomposition of biomass. Biomass in the sense plants and animals buried deep under the earth millions of years ago. Okay, then what about the use of coal? Use of coal is used to generate electricity at thermal power plants. Isn't it, mom? It is used to generate electricity in thermal power plants. Next, petroleum. What about it? It is also known as crude oil. Petroleum is also known as crude oil. When it is processed in oil refineries, it produces petrol and diesel. These are the byproducts, isn't it? Petrol and diesel. When it is processed in oil refineries, this petroleum produces or the crude oil produces the byproducts such as petrol and diesel, which are used. You all know the uses of petrol and diesel, isn't it? This petrol and diesel, these are used to run automobiles, trains, trucks, ships, airplanes, etc. Okay, then kerosene and LPG. Kerosene and LPG. What is LPG? Liquefied petroleum gas. This kerosene and LPG obtained from petroleum is used as a domestic fuel for cooking food. Okay, what about the uses of kerosene and LPG? It is used as a domestic fuel. These are used as a domestic fuel for cooking food. Okay, if we use these fossil fuels continuously at a rapid rate, what will happen? These reserves can get exhausted or it may go for depletion, isn't it? So we have to conserve these fossil fuels for future generation. Okay, ma? Why it has to be conserved? Why these fossil fuels have to be conserved? Because the formation will take millions of years, isn't it? So, if we have to conserve these fossil fuels for future generation. If we use these fossil fuels continuously at rapid rate, these resources can get exhausted or it may go for depletion. So the formation of fossil fuels is a very slow process and it takes very long time for renewal, isn't it? So in order to preserve these fossil fuels for future generation, these fossil fuels are to be conserved. Okay, next about steps to conserve coal and petroleum. Okay, how to conserve coal and petroleum? First, this can be done by reducing the consumption. Okay, first is if the electricity is saved, it can in turn reduce the use of fuels. Next, using bicycles for a short distance. If we want to go for a short distance, we have to go by walk or you have to use bicycle. Okay, then so if we use bicycle for a short distance or by walk, we can, instead of using cars, scooters and motorcycle, or the usage of these fuels can be minimized, isn't it, ma? Then using pressure cooker for can reduce the consumption of LPG. Okay, next, solar cookers and water heaters also used wherever it is possible. Next, motor vehicles should be designed with the fuel efficient engines. That engines need less amount of these fuels and it will not pollute the atmosphere. It can reduce air pollution. Okay, so these are the steps to conserve fossil fuels. Okay, so first of all we have to minimize the usage of fossil fuels, or we have to reduce their consumption. Next, about non-conventional energy resources or alternative energy resources. The sustainable development in energy sector, we must conserve the non-renewable conventional resources from its rapid depletion. So efforts are made to develop new sources of energy, which is called non-conventional sources of energy. Okay, more efforts have been taken to reduce or to minimize the usage of these non-renewable resources, or which is called non-conventional sources of energy. One is solar energy. Okay, solar energy, the energy obtained from the sun. Energy obtained from the sun is solar energy. You all know that, children, we all know that sun generates energy in the form of light and heat, isn't it? Light and heat. Sun generates vast amount of the light and heat, or sun gives out vast amount of light and heat. Only 47% of solar energy reaches the earth's surface or falls on the atmosphere and reaches the earth's surface. 47% of earth's 47% of solar energy or sun's light energy falls on atmosphere and reaches the earth's surface. Solar energy also have advantages and also some limitations. Okay, solar energy, so this solar energy from the sun can be harnessed to produce power. Certain devices or tools or the equipments are used to convert solar energy into electrical energy. Okay, so now solar energy, sun rays, or the so for solar energy, what is the source for solar energy? Sun rays. Okay, sun rays are the sources of solar energy. So the solar energy from the sun can be harnessed to provide power. The devices or the tools or the equipments used for harnessing sun's energy are called solar energy devices. Okay, solar energy devices, the equipments or the tools or the tools used for harnessing the sun's light energy into electricity. That is solar energy devices. One is solar cells. Solar cells. Okay, these solar cells is made of silicon. It is made of silicon that converts the sun's light energy into electricity without polluting the atmosphere or without polluting the environment. So what about the uses of solar cell? How it is made up of? It is made of silicon. The solar cells can convert sun's light energy into electricity without polluting the environment. Then it will not produce any burn. Then no waste are produced. It will not produce harmful gases. Okay, so it uses no fuels, no harmful gases, no burning, and no waste are produced by these solar cells. Yes. Now, setting up of this power plant is expensive. Then, what are the uses of solar cells? The solar cells are, these cells can be used for street lighting, traffic signals, water pumping and battery charging system. Then second is, it can be used in artificial satellites and space probes. Third is, it can provide radio and TV transmission in radio and TV transmission of in remote areas. Then it is used in calculators, electronic toys and electronic watches. Okay. Next, so these are the uses of solar cells. Then next, solar panels. Solar panels. Many solar cells connected side by side each other. Okay, many solar cells. Many solar cells connected side by side and form solar panels. Many solar cells connected to each other and form the solar panels. This provides increased amount of electricity, but the manufacture is very expensive. Okay. Next, solar cooker. Solar cooker consists of an insulated metal box or wooden box which is painted inside. Why it is painted inside? That it has to absorb maximum sunlight. So painted inside to absorb maximum radiation. A thick glass sheet also thick glass sheet frame cover over the box. Then the a plain mirror will be there on the cooker to reflect more solar waves. Okay, solar radiations. So the reflector is the plain mirror attached to the box. So it reflects the light. The food is cooked by the energy radiated by the sun. Next, solar thermal power plants. Many solar panels are used to concentrate sun rays to heat up water into steam. So solar thermal power plants. There many solar panels are used to concentrate the sun rays. It will heat up the water into steam. The steam is used to run turbines and produce electricity. Okay. Then advantages of solar energy. First is, it is available at free of cost. Isn't it? Solar energy is available at free of cost. Second is, it is a renewable source of energy. Third is, it generates electricity. The fourth one is, it does not cause pollution. These are the advantages of solar energy. So what about solar thermal power plant? Many solar panels are used to concentrate, to catch the or to pick up the sun rays, isn't it? To heat up water into steam. The steam is used to run turbines which generate electricity. Uses of or advantages of solar energy. First is, it is available at free of cost. Second one is, it's a renewable source of energy. Third one is, it generates electricity. Then fourth is, it does not cause pollution. These are the advantages of solar energy. Okay children, you have to learn about the advantages of solar energy, how to conserve fossil fuels. Okay, now you all take the reader, take page 326. You all take page 326. Roman number 1, question number 6. Coal, petroleum and natural gas are called DAS fuels. Write down fossil fuels. Okay, write down fossil fuels. Fossil fuels. Then next, 7th question. Seventh filler. DAS is the most commonly used fuel for the production of electricity. That is coal. Right? DAS is the most commonly used fuel for the production of electricity. Coal. Next, come to Roman number 5. Roman number 5, fourth question. Why fossil fuels are to be conserved? Answer in a sentence. Fourth one. Why fossil fuels are to be conserved? Page number 319. Page 319. Third paragraph, third line. The formation of fossil fuels is a very slow process and it takes very long period of time for renewal. And write continuously there. And in order to preserve them for future generation, the fossil fuels are to be conserved. Okay, reading once again. The formation of fossil fuels is a very slow process and takes very long period of time for renewal. And in order to preserve them for future generation, the fossil fuels are to be conserved. Okay. Then Roman number 5, fifth question. Fifth question. Solar energy is a renewable energy. How? Solar energy is a renewable energy. How? Write down the answer. Write down the answer there. Solar energy is renewable. Solar energy is renewable since it is available in unlimited amount in nature. Unlimited amount in nature. Next sentence. It can be renewed. It can be renewed over a short period of time and can be harvested continuously. Okay, and can be harvested continuously. So reading once again. Roman number 5. Question number 5. Solar energy is renewable since it is available in unlimited amount in nature. It can be renewed over a short period of time and can be harvested continuously. Okay. The next question was Roman number 10. Roman number 10, value based question. First one. Why it is not possible to use solar cells to meet our energy needs? State 3 reasons to support your answer. First one is, first point, write down the first point. Solar cells are expensive. First, Roman number 10, first question, first point. Write down the answer in your book. Solar cells are expensive. Okay, solar cells are expensive. Then second thing is, second point, if energy needs are high, if energy needs are high, huge solar panels, the solar panels need to be installed, which is not economically viable for all, which is not economically viable for all. Then third point, sunlight must be sunlight must be available throughout the year. Third point, sunlight must be available. Sunlight must be available throughout the year. Throughout the year. Okay. So these are the 3 points you have to write, 3 reasons. Why it is not possible to use solar cells to meet our energy needs. State 3 reasons to support your answer. First point, solar cells are expensive. Second point, if energy needs are high, huge solar panels need to be installed, which is not economically viable for all. Then third, sunlight must be available throughout the year. Okay. So children, these are the answers you are writing, you are learning and writing in your notebook. Okay. Fill in the blanks too. Then answer in a sentence 2 answers. Then Roman number 10, first one, you are learning and writing in the notebook. We shall meet again in the next class. Thank you children.